Yo, what up, it's your boy here, Jedi Plays 450, back at it again with another video. This time we're going to be reacting to DJ Kalima's review of the Downward Spiral. And you see, I don't usually react to his videos because, you know, I would probably not know what he's talking about most of the time. You know, he's reviewing albums that I don't usually listen to or I have never listened to. But this is a topic in which I do know a little bit about, and you know, I think it would just be interesting to see where our thoughts align on this thing. Let's just freaking get into it, I guess. I also apologize for the fact that I look really tired. That's because I am really tired, but this news of this video came out, so I was like, okay, I'll wake up for that. So let's just freaking go. Okay, let's just freaking go. He opened it up with positivity and love.
God, this shit is dark as fuck. What do you think?
And then
lights on or lights off? I don't really know, low key. I don't know what matches the vibe. I mean, I feel like you guys can see me anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much.
Is this like an effect? So that's actually MCR. I do mess with that. Which one is that?
DJ Kalima here, back at it again.
Wait, hold on, wait. Oh, that's the one in Fortnite. Freaking, if you want it. Dude, what? I'm not okay. I promise. Okay, that one. Okay.
Review 9 Inch Nails, The Downward Spiral.
Yes.
This is one heavy, one dense ass album we got here. Okay. I am so out of my ballpark when it comes to music like this. I'm a little fish out of water here.
Okay,
I have such a blind spot when it comes to rock music, when it comes to industrial music. I don't really have a connection to this band either, or to this type of music. That's why at the beginning I was just playing some straight up just rock music, because that's the closest I got. My friend, shout out Jedi Plays 450. He actually
thank you. I appreciate that.
Look, it's up in. He really likes the album. So I thought I'd try it myself. I also did record a reaction video to this because I knew it would be kind of crazy.
That's Midnight Sun, bro.
So I'm gonna just play some of those.
Oh, that's the Baby Blue song.
First song we got is Mr. Self-Destruct. This song is such a crazy intro for this album. I think it does a really good job, especially for me as someone who is not averse to this type of music or this genre or this band even. It really is just a giant freaking punch in the face at the beginning. Even to the point where at the beginning there's that freaking I assume a sample of someone getting beat up. I don't really know. Bro, in my 20 years of life, I am only now finding out that I have a lazy eye. No one was gonna tell me in the 20 years of my life.
Bro, I can't even see it.
Are we joking? I love how loud the guitars are. I can't even. You get that repeating, like, damn, Mr. Self-Destruct, bro. He's everything. He's actually everything.
Okay, there we go.
I feel like whenever there's like a lot of people talking, so then you start talking to your friend, and then everyone stops talking, so then what you say is super loud. Dude, the sounds are so crazy. The song is kind of just about the title, you know, he is the person that brings himself down. You know, I think that message is summed up pretty well by lines like, I am the lie that you believe, and you let me do this to you. Kind of shows the, you know, the mental aspects of believing all these self-destructive things about yourself, but also the physical when it comes to, you know, drugs. Bro, I've got like seven different guitars in each ear right now, bro. I'm
not
giving
joke.
Calms.
It's not the best part of
the song. We got Piggy. You know, very much a come down from the intro, kind of
a come down.
You know what I mean? Kind of slow.
That's a 9 Inch Nails reference.
Going on in the song, at least in the beginning.
Okay.
Which kind of makes it feel a little weird, like when I'm listening to this album and when I listen to this song. It kind of feels a little bit out of place for me. Got Shaker. Oh.
Yeah. No, this is probably my favorite part.
You know what this kind of reminds me of is like some kind of Radiohead vibes a little bit.
I've never listened to Radiohead, actually.
I don't know which one came first.
Ever.
But I do like when the organ comes in. Kind of feels like on some Persona vibes. And then the song starts to ramp up. But, you know, it kind of takes a while to get there. I like the way that the drums sound at the very end. That little, like, drum solo. Okay, let me calm some shit. I got some crazy drums going on my left ear. In the middle, I got this, like, like dry kick.
I mean, obviously, you know, people are going to have different...
Oh, the drums are in my right ear now. Oh, shit.
Yeah, different,
in terms of, like, the
views
meaning of this song, I think it's kind of...
Because it's, like, you know... everyone comes from a different place, so they're gonna have like different preconceived notions on what they hear. And also, like, this is like a first time review. When I did mine, I've already been listening to the album for like however many years, or just year. But yeah, I don't know. I agree. I agree.
Okay, calms one more time. He's moaning in my right ear.
He does
Next
moan a
song
lot.
we got
He does
is
moan
Heresy.
a lot.
This is another freaking
Heresy.
hard-hitting banger. Every time I
Heresy.
hear this
Heresy.
song, I can't help but kind of imagine it as like a evil running up that hill by Kate Bush, purely
Really?
just because of the drum rhythm.
Ah, okay. Okay, see, like, this
I
is what I'm
love
talking
the
about.
synths that come in at the beginning of the song.
Because, like, people have
almost
different
like
perspectives.
A
I
Daft
would have
Punk
never
song at its core
connected that.
until it gets, like ripped apart by Trent Reznor.
Are we talking about like drugs?
Oh, Tron? Hey,
My
Nine Inch
God.
Nails did Tron.
Oh, we're talking about religion. Okay.
Yep, he is in fact talking about religion.
The messages against like religion and Christianity on here are kind of nuts. It kind of just feels like he's really angry and really frustrated, which I think is valid when you're listening to the song. When I was first listening to this, I was talking about some like Diddy shit. It's those same. I might be schizo talking, but it's those same religious people that are the ones eating babies on Epstein Island. I'm just saying.
Oh shit!
I'm just saying.
Oh.
Hey, I mean, I
Oh
don't
my
know what
gosh.
exactly he's talking about, but I think
True.
this song just
I
does a
don't
really
think
good
that's what
job
he's
of
talking
showing
about.
how angry
But that is
and
true.
almost violent our guy is right now. Next song
Wait,
we
hold
got,
on. Wait, no. If he's saying God is dead and no one cares, like the people who practice the religion, not real Christians, but like the people who say they're Christian, the elites, right? Like God is dead and no one cares. If he's saying that, then that means like the idea of God is dead, because the people in power who are like showing that they are Christian but they're not, that means like they're perverting the idea of that religion to the point where it gets to that point, as Trent is saying, and nobody cares because nobody sees it. But you know what? You open your mind's eye and you do see that, bro. DJ Kalima, he was on something. Onto something, not on something. Just saying.
is March of the Pigs. I think the first time
That's the
that I
best song.
heard this song was through Fortnite Festival.
Yeah, Fortnite
I thought it
Festival.
was weird as hell, which is kind of valid. I still kind of do, but now it's low-key a banger to me. First of all, we got the groove in 7/8. I love
Yeah.
how the song starts by introducing like all of its layers. Okay, holy shit, the drums. Bro, I can just imagine the freaking like.
Yeah, bro.
Oh,
But
I
yeah.
love this bass.
Fortnite Festival ruined it.
Into the freaking like that little breakdown with that pulsating synth.
Okay, breakdown.
Oh, that's what a breakdown is?
See, I was noticing it's a funky ass time signature, but it seems like we're not 4/4 here.
Into the freaking like the piano section.
Piano?
No.
The fuck? Oh, okay. Yeah.
It goes
Okay.
so many places. I think
Mhm.
it's so refreshing to hear such dynamics on this song and on this album. If it was like loud all the time, it might honestly become deafening. And this song is
Mm.
about another thing that our main character's annoyed by, fake people, and honestly fares. Honestly, me too.
Mm,
And now we got
mm.
track 5, Closer.
What
This
it
is the most
feels
popular song on this album, although I haven't heard it before now. It's
Really?
weird as hell, and I'm surprised
That's
it's
actually
as
fair.
big as it is. But honestly, I think that's really cool. And really, at its core, this song is a dance EDM song, and it's kind of
Yeah.
wild to have it on this album and have it fit so well. I love the little like plucky synth sound that comes in after like the first chorus.
I love this little like synth here. Oh my god, that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
hell.
yeah.
It's actually like hitting all the
Hashtag
right notes
agreeable.
that it needs to. Like even when
No.
it goes to like
I
the
mean-
instrumental section after the halfway mark of the song, it's still so like fun and interesting to listen to.
There's so much going on. Like Scream in my left ear right now.
See, like it's
Getting
subtle,
louder.
but like
Oh, it's
it
getting
just
louder.
builds to a point.
Comms.
again, to me, wild that this became a hit, you know, with what the song is like about, with lyrics like "I want to fuck you like an animal."
Okay,
What I get from
okay,
this
alright.
song is that he really like hates how much he's reliant on sex in his life. I mean, hey, at least you're self-aware. Not a lot of people are. Initially, for me, music like this was always like daunting for me to listen to because it
Mhm.
never felt like something I could just like listen to
Yeah, no, that's
casually.
fair.
But you know, I think I was wrong. Even with all the crazy sounds and somewhat like demented themes of this album, you still have like pretty much every song on this track list so far are bangers that you can just listen to. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm not describing this album as it's meant to be described, but that's just the way that
No,
like I feel, and with the
You know, wait.
lexicon of words that I have. Now we got
See, okay, right. That's what I've been saying. You know, people from different perspectives, they, you know, you can describe the album however way you want. Because like I'm not even. Okay, low key, Nine Inch Nails is my only like. I think that's the hardest I'll go. Like low key, low key, low key. I'm trying to think of any other artist, but I think Nine Inch Nails is the hardest I'll go. So if that's my stopping point, then like, what the heck, you know? Um, yeah, no, it doesn't like. There's no right way to talk about it. I guess. Um, I don't know what I was trying to say, but I'll just watch it again.
track 6, Ruiner. Another kind of electronic track on here. I think it's crazy how many places that this song goes within the first like minute of this song. It's absolutely like blew my mind away. Listen to it for the first time.
Okay, this arpeggiated synth right now. I'm really shocked at how like modern this sounds. Oh my god.
Yeah, I never understood what he was saying.
Holy shit. Holy shit. What is happening? What is happening?
At this point in the album, it kind of clicks with me, at least on first listen. The album is very like movie-like and almost like story-like, especially when the song goes into like a guitar solo area about halfway.
Oh my god. Dude, this is some like drug ass music, no?
Oh, freak.
Like that
Is
one
it-
movie, I forget the name. I'm not gonna remember it
The
now.
drug?
It really like eerily reminded me of movies like Requiem of a Dream or
Oh.
like Love, Gaspar Noé. You know, I'm a little confused on what this song actually means, even after like spending a week with it. What I've kind of landed on is that it's kind of similar to Mr. Self-Destruct, but instead he's personifying it with this ruiner character that gets so big and so strong and long and hard. You know, being able to just like point at that guy instead of, you know, it being his fault. Anyway, yeah, one of my favorite songs on here for sure. Y'all hear that like echoey synth, bro? I'm peeping you, Trent Reznor.
This is like, I'm not focused. I mean, I focus on it because I could hear it, but I focus on whatever I could hear. And you know, maybe Kalima's like his ears are more attuned to hearing certain things because, like, you know, he actually makes music. So, like, well, why am I saying he? You, you are the only one that makes music. No, not you are the only one that makes music. You are one of two people that make music. You are one person that makes music. Okay, so what the heck, man? I'm all over the place, man. I'm okay. No, okay. Well, I was making the point. You are a person that makes music, so like your ears would be more attuned to hearing certain things that I like. I either hear but can't point out specifically because I don't know how to say it, or like I don't hear it. I guess. So, you know, again, different perspectives.
Okay. Wow. That is a nutty ass song. That. Oh no. Oh my god.
Scarlet.
And then we got The Becoming. I was talking about how this type of music was always like daunting for me to get into.
Hold
And I
on.
think
I've been leaning down this entire time because I thought I would need to lean down to be in the camera, but it turns out I don't need to do that. So I've been kind of screwing myself.
when the beat comes back in, it almost feels like a Terraria freaking boss fight type of sound.
Oh.
Okay, we're talking
Okay.
about some machine ass type beats. Holy shit.
His voice on here also shines.
Talking about the
And it's not really
destroyer.
like distorted as it usually is. Okay, now if someone's first pop album is 100 gex, they're not gonna. That's so out of their element. You gotta start with like freaking Katy Perry or Lady Gaga. You're not just gonna go straight to 100 gex. That's like some, you know what I mean? I kind of feel like
is that what I'm doing with this right now? Because I have a super limited on like understanding of like rock and industrial and like this kind of vibe, like to the point where I don't even really know Metallica. And then when those rock guitars came in at the end, I was like, oh, I was like some Metallica vibe. I don't even know Metallica.
Okay. Uh, it's just rock. It's just hard rock. Oh, I even feel like a fraud, bro. I only be listening to. Well, I know Metallica, but like, I don't know why I'm trying to overanalyze this, but like, you know, it's just hard rock guitars, metal maybe. I mean, the album is like it's industrial. It's like it's mainly industrial, but like some people call it metal, even though it's like I think far removed from that sound because there's a lot of electronic elements. Um, but again, we're bringing in the different perspectives thing, and just like not having a, I guess not having a grasp on like this genre or the adjacent genres, and even okay from my own personal experience, I don't like. I'm trying to think. I don't think like it was just like I guess the gateway was Fortnite Festival. Okay, just straight up, I've said that so many times. But if my gateway is Fortnite Festival, like what did I listen to before that? Cause before that it was mainly just Metallica and Nine Inch Nails, like together. But it was mainly Metallica at first. So I really got into Metallica at first from Fortnite Festival because they had that Metallica season. So they just like spammed the music. There was so much Metallica, so I got to listen to all of it while playing the game. Then I eventually incorporated it into my playlist, and then like I love Metallica. But the Nine Inch Nails, they don't have a whole season. They had The Hand That Feeds, March of the Pigs, and Less Than. I think that's it. Those were the only songs, and two out of three of those songs are not their older sound. The Hand That Feeds is like more of like what you would expect from like a rock song, that came out in 2005, and then Less Than is like although that was made in like 2018, so like he's old ass man now. It's more electronic than it is industrial, I would say. I mean, it still has industrial elements, of course, but like, what am I trying to say here? I'm trying to say that in Fortnite Festival, I got exposed to way more Metallica, so I was in Metallica, and then I was edging into Nine Inch Nails, but like, the vibe of Nine Inch Nails disturbed me a little bit. I wouldn't say that far, but whenever I listen to the Downward Spiral, like at large, there's like a feeling that I get sometimes, and it's like a feeling of just like far awayness, like disconnectedness from the world, and like the Downward Spiral disconnected me, because it came out in the 90s. That's far removed from our time and my time, and like all the themes. And it's not the most popular thing. It's still really popular, but it's not even Metallica level popular. So when I listened to this, I just felt far removed from what I usually know, and that getting out of your comfort zone, I guess, disturbs you or me. And I really forget the point I was trying to make. I think it was just about the fact that I don't think I knew that much when I listened to this. So maybe it was like kind of a weird way to get into it. But I feel like Nine Inch Nails can be a gateway drug. I think so. Because they're the most popular industrial band, at least in the U.S. So they're also in Fortnite. You gotta really consider that. If you're in Fortnite, then you're doing something.
Like I feel like am I skipping some like golden text? Am I skipping some Bible text that I'm supposed to know before this? Yeah, I don't know.
I
This
don't
song
think
is a little
so.
weird for me, but I am willing
don't
to
think so.
acknowledge that it might just be my fault. Next song we got
It's
is
not. No, no,
track
no. Everyone
8.
has
I do not
their
want
own
this. Emo ass song, by the way.
I do not want this. I do not want this. I can't sing. And again, I never understood this because I wasn't
One of the
staring at
most
the lyrics.
angry songs on here for sure. Sonically, it's very uneasy with like that main piano sample that's played throughout the song until it gets to the chorus with just these like giant ass Metallica guitars. Yeah, I don't think he wants this. I'm really trying to get back into the concept. I feel like I lost it with these past couple tracks. It sounds like he's using like filters and instruments here. Oh,
You're using what?
God. Oh,
Filters and
God.
instruments.
Oh my
I
God.
just assumed you said filters.
What the we're filtering, bro? We got the fucking
Filtering,
knob.
okay.
Holy shit. Also, kind of with this one, I don't really think I could be bumping the song that much. For the album and like the story, it's definitely almost like a point of no return for our main guy, where he is refusing help in a way. And I noted that you can almost relate and feel for him until he throws in like a I want to fuck everyone in the world. And then you're kind of like, yeah, maybe not. Hey, me too, bro. I want to do something that matters, but not the.
Okay.
I think at this point of the album, it kind of clicked that this whole story is like a downward spiral for our main guy. You know, at this point, it became very clear that this is like almost like a cautionary tale in a way. Next song we got is Big Man with a Gun. Very short song, heavy ass drums and synths and guitars.
I really like the intro. The lyrics are lame. The purpose of the song. He likes the
Hey, fair.
That's not fair. That's not.
Oh, that's not. Oh my God. This is like on some clavicular shit, bro. Fuck the women. I can't get what I want. I'ma just do it. Okay, wait, that sounds kind of crazy. This song is kind of about how powerful our main character feels with like a gun in his hand, which kind of also ties into the suicidal aspects that is all over this album. I think it matches the violent nature a lot of these songs have. I don't know if I could be listening to that one that much either. When reading more about this album and the songs, according to Trent Reznor, apparently this song is meant to be a parody of misogynistic gangster rap bullshit, which wasn't my read on the song. And looking more into it, a lot of people don't read it like that. You know, with lyrics like "I'm gonna come all over you," I think I'm good off this song, honestly. But it is kind of hard. Next song we got is
okay. Yeah. Wait, I agree. I agree with that. I'm not bumping Big Man with a Gun, unless it's like, no, I'm not bumping Big Man with a Gun. Okay. It's too short, and obviously he's talking about putting a hole in your head so you can suck it. So. It is really hard though, and I really like the intro.
Another kind of breather on the track list. Okay, we got like some like Asian Chinese guitar or something like.
Is it?
I do like the sounds going on right now. Very, I guess maybe like ethereal would be the word. Which is kind of the vibe. It seems like we're transitioning into something else on the album. You know, I don't really have a read on what it actually means, but to me it just feels almost ethereal, as much as like an ethereal song can be with the sounds of this album, but also like very melancholic in a way. What I imagine is just like our main character being high as hell, depressed as hell, just laying like looking at the ceiling, contemplating his life, and it's kind of like our last glimpse of this guy, at least like the humanity of him before he's fully gone, as if he wasn't already gone with the past couple songs on this album. Next song we got is it sounds like some bees going on right now.
Bro, I don't even hear that. It's just so
making me a little bit like uneasy, like hearing these bees just like swarm around my ear. It's probably not actually bees, but like that's what it sounded like to me. Oh my God, these drums are in a freaking cavern. It really does kind of feel like, I mean, I could just be reading wrong, but it kind of does feel like he's like stumbling across like a freaking zombie, bro.
It's a good read, good.
This is a wild ass song. Oh my God. I was gonna comment on this change, kind of sounded like dude, his voice, bro. Holy shit. I was talking about how some of these songs are hard to listen to. I would say that about this song, but there's something about it. Very easy to just like get lost into. I like when the lyrics come in and it almost sounds like our guy has like chains tied to him. Like he's freaking trudging at us all heavily, like trying to get closer to us, but he can't. And then at the end, our guy is just like yelling and screaming at us to just kill him, basically. And bro, I feel so bad for this guy, bro.
Don't-
We've been
don't
on this
you
whole
invalidate
journey
him.
with
Yeah, yeah,
him.
yeah.
I don't know if I'm supposed to feel that way, but I definitely do after like a song like Warm Place. You know what I mean? And then we got Reptile. This track has such like a nuts soundscape to it. Like when that snare first comes in, it sounds like I'm getting freaking beamed by a shotgun every time it hits. Very. Oh my god. I was just about to say sounds like very ambient. No, it's not at all. Holy crap. It sounds like freaking gunshot. I love that pulsating bass. Hey, don't call her that. He's like filtered in my right ear.
Yeah, I can
Great.
hear.
Like, no. That's why. From what I read of this song, he seems to be, instead of being angry at the world and pointing blame at everything, he seems to finally recognize parts of himself as being the problem. Like my disease, my infection, I am so impure. Yeah, man, I love the way that this song sounds. Another definitely movie-esque song to me. Yeah, one of my favorites for sure. From what I could tell.
The sample for that like mechanical whirring noise, like that. Yeah, I think it's from Alien. That's a movie. I don't know why. I just want to put that out.
That's kind of like a little bit of a I don't know. I tried to make a thought, but I really can't. So he's not completely gone yet is what I'm getting. I didn't realize Ruiner was a character. Dang, dude, this album is dense as fuck. Next song we got track
The Ruiner
13,
is-
The Downward Spiral.
it's
You know,
a
at
deep
first
read.
listen, I didn't clock this as our main guy killing himself, or at least attempting to. You know, having spent so much time with it is pretty obvious, but
I mean, I didn't even realize that because I couldn't hear
I'm
shit in this
so
song.
curious on how they like get all these sounds, bro.
But then
How they
like
make
I
all
looked
these
at the
sounds.
lyrics and it's like, yeah, I think, yeah.
It's dead ass nuts. There's a very complete rock song behind this filter right now that's gonna turn off at any second. I'm calling it. Okay, I like the mushroom
See,
body
that's
type shit.
that's another thing behind like Nine Inch Nails. Like it's unexpected as hell. You don't know what the hell is gonna happen. That's why I love songs like March of the Pigs and Mr. Self Destruct because they just go quiet after a point. And like March of the Pigs, it just goes, doesn't it make you feel better? And then it just goes silent, and you don't know when it's gonna come back. Like every single time, I cannot predict when it's gonna come back. That's what I love about these guys.
Very hypnotic soundscape on here at the beginning, and for the rest of the song it kind of sounds like a song that we don't get to hear fully. It's filtered to a point where it's almost like we're watching our main character from the perspective of this narrator, the narrator being like an evil voice in his head saying kill yourself. It's kind of, it is, it's not kind of, it is hard to listen to, you know. And again, I feel very bad for our main guy. I don't know what this is really telling me is to never ever pick up drugs, which I'm sure Trent Reznor really wants us to know and should be our main takeaway from this story. And then we got our last song on here, Hurt, track 14. It's like, oh, never mind. Oh my god. Bro, don't hurt yourself, bro. Never do that. Taking this entire album as like a journey and a movie, this feels like a credits roll or like an epilogue kind of moment. It's like taking all these themes from this whole album of violence, of addiction, of depression, and doing it in a less noisy, in your face and angry way. Instead, put it in more of like a beautiful soundscape and kind of talking in a more full of acceptance and hindsight way. Another kind of pleasing to the ear song so far.
So far.
Giving outro vibes, because it is, I guess. Damn. Dude, he sounds so like, he's singing with so much passion here. It's almost like making me emotional, bro. Which I didn't think would happen on this album. I also learned that Johnny Cash covered this song. You know, the guy that shot a man in Reno. Yeah, that guy. He's covering a
Oh.
Nine Inch Nails song, which I think speaks to how like powerful and how beautifully written this song is that it was able to transcend this like weird little world that Nine Inch Nails built. It still has those like very eerie production flares, almost like glitching in and out. But I don't know, man. I think it's such a beautiful ending to this insane album. Yeah, and that was the whole album. I understand why a lot of people love this album, why it's hailed as a classic. It's honestly like insane to me how insane this sounds, and it being from 1994. Maybe it's just that I'm not tapped in. The most that I'm familiar with like Trent Reznor, not even Nine Inch Nails, mainly just him, his like soundtracks that he makes for movies nowadays, like Challengers. I can kind of see how his music from here kind of bleeds into his other projects, really. I can't imagine songs like I Do Not Want This, you know, some other songs that are very angry and aggressive to be kind of speaking to a lot of people in a way, which is fine, and I think that's kind of the beauty of music, is that it's able to be taken in many different ways. I listen to music like this and I'm like, brother, I do not want to ever get addicted to substances. I'm good off that. Yeah, but yeah, man, this album goes hard as hell. A lot of bangers, crazy story, so much forward-thinking production. Yeah, I really liked it. I'm glad to be put on. Hey, yeah, man, thank you guys for watching. Let me know how you feel about this album in the comments. Is this one of your favorite albums of all time?
Yeah.
Should I turn on the light next time? I don't know. Hey, let me know.
Peace. Wait, low key. When I was watching the end, like I don't know, like I'm hallucinating. It's not actually there, but I imagine like a head of hair, like a head of long hair, going behind your head, and it's kind of throwing me off. So it does fit the vibe of the album, but I think you should turn the lights on. It's still pretty dark anyway. So anyways, yeah, that was DJ Kalima's review and reaction of the Downward Spiral, and I just wanted to see what somebody else with like a different background, how they would experience this album, how they would read it. I honestly think confession here. Kalima, on his first go around, or like first like go around, I think you mentioned that you like listened to it for a week. On your first go around, like you already be making the connections, right? Like I felt like my journey with this album was much more disconnected from the album itself, mainly like off the singles like March of the Pigs. But then as I slowly got into it, I read it more. It just felt kind of depressing. Like in general, I don't like there wasn't a winner in this situation, and that kind of premise, I guess it's realistic, but it's just still like it's not great to think about coming out of the album with just a guy who is not alive anymore after all of that going on. Like he had chances, but it always kept self-destructing, and I think like yeah, Hurt as a more hopeful song, that does make sense. It does sound that way, but also I like the way I read it. The way I read it, it's just like a giving up thing. I don't know what that says about me, but yeah, that's how I read that. And really, yeah, I mean, the things that I want to take away is just like the different perspectives on viewing music. I just really wanted to hear that and just comment on the fact that like you're gonna hear certain things that I don't hear, and I'm gonna hear things that you don't hear, or like I'm gonna make these connections. Like you be watching movies and stuff, right? Like you listen to the Challenger soundtrack, and that has Trent Reznor on it, and I think that's interesting that the exposure was to his later works rather than his original Nine Inch Nails stuff, and I think that's interesting, like as a way to experience like the music. So I really wish I could collect my thoughts more together, but I think I need a moment to do that. I did not look at the description before looking at this. I guess I didn't want to spoil like the favorite tracks and least favorite tracks. You gave it a really good, and that's like, I think that speaks to me on a way that I need to change the way that I like listen to albums, because the main thing that I've been doing, because like my brain is skibbity toilet, I've been listening to it just twice, like front to back, twice, like in separate sessions. Then I write down what I think about it on each session. But then, like you said, you listened to this for a week, and you were able to like form your thoughts around it more. And I'm thinking like I should probably do the same. Like I know every like you do things differently. From you don't need to be like the exact same person, but like this is like more of like an overall overarching thing that I think that I should probably be doing. Like if like albums need to grow on me. I know that's a tried and true fact with a bunch of albums and songs that I've listened to. They needed to grow on me after a long period of time, and I think doing it for a week can like speed up that process because to make a video about it, to give thoughts. So there's that. Because I would not give any of the new albums that I listen to are really good, but that's mainly because of like I've had time to sit with the really good albums that I'm biased towards, obviously. So I'm never gonna like have a really good um like rating for any new albums that I listen to. And you know, maybe as I go on, if I try this, maybe that's just a me thing. Who knows? But you don't knock it until you try it, right? So, favorite tracks: Mr. Self Destruct, March of the Pigs, Closer, Ruiner, Reptile Hurt. W favorite tracks. These favorite tracks: Big Man with a Gun. That makes sense. That makes sense. But yeah, I really appreciated seeing somebody else's take on this album. You know how they what they related it to. How they viewed certain like the messages of the album itself, how the story was progressing, and you know just puts into perspective. Music touches everybody in a different way, and that is the moral of the story. I was gonna say something out of hand, so I'm just gonna leave it there. And if anything, this just makes me want to listen to more Nine Inch Nails. So the Fragile review coming out this week. Oh, y'all want to know a fun fact? Fun fact portion. Trent Reznor and I think his buddy Atticus Ross, who he works with now on Nine Inch Nails, um, they made a fake band, like not a fake band, you know, like a virtual band, like Gorillas, like how Gorillas are. They made it for Fortnite Festival, or like their own little project. They made like a fake band, and it was they always had their songs on the early seasons of festival as like the free song, I think. And it was always weird because it was like, who the hell? Who is this? Who is this? Who? What is this band putting out music that's getting into Fortnite Festival and being pushed? It was actually just like an experimental band, made like I think it was Trent Reznor had a hand in it somehow, and I forget what it was called. And I didn't really like the music. Maybe if I went back and listened to it, I would like it, but I doubt it because it's not even like it's not Nine Inch Nails. It's a separate project. But yeah, fun fact: he made that, and he kind of nepo babied. That's not the right way to describe it, but you know the general vibe. He nepo babied his way into pushing it into Fortnite Festival, and I think that's really interesting. Okay, back to the review.